Harlem Talk Radio brings you news and information and stimulating talk radio on the Harlem community. We cover business, education, entertainment, health, politics, technology, finance, and lots more.
Welcome back, family, to Harlem Roots and Beyond for Thursday, September 6th. We are going into segment 2. Please be sure to check out segment 1, where Kama and I went in on a few of some news items in the past week or so. We lost Chris Lighty, our hip-hop impresario. We lost Reverend Sung Young Moon. And we talked a little bit about the Republican and Democratic national conventions that are ongoing. So before we go into segment 2 with some more highlights and sidelines, hold tight. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hi, this is 3-time Tony Award winner Hinton Battle from your favorite Broadway shows like Dreamgirls, Sophisticated Ladies, Miss Saigon. But what I'm excited to talk to you about today is a wonderful new musical that I'm producing called Sisters. I absolutely love this show, and you will too. Based on stories from black women, Sisters is an uplifting musical journey that explores a woman's experience with humor, humility, and sass. Songs by artists like Billie Holiday, Lena Horne, Aretha Franklin, and Beyonce. Sisters will rock you to your core. The music, the moment, the message will be etched in your memory forever.
You want to open with that, Kama?
What about the numbers on the top crimes of the city?
Yeah. I got some of this crime stats. Welcome back, family, to Lydgia and KamiKaze this week or so in review. This is segment 2, and be sure to log on to segment 1 where we went into a lot of madness. We want to open up segment 2 with some information and statistics around crime and summonses. And Kama, what do you have on your side of the page?
What I have
Give some numbers.
The numbers on the top New York City violations. These are, like you said, basically summons crimes that sometimes they'll arrest you for too. Okay, now
Quality of life, they call them.
Yeah, quality of life, as Giuliani put it.
Yeah.
Or Fuliani.
Yeah. Or Giuliani.
Yeah, okay. All right. At the top of the list, we got open containers, consuming alcohol in public. 123,824 summonses or violations. Next in line, we have disorderly conduct, 78,820 violations. Then we have riding a bicycle on the sidewalk, coming in at 27,979 summonses. Then we deal with public urination, 14,281 summonses. Then last but not least, at 13,456, we have trespassing. Now on the whole, let's do the math real quick. Bang, that's 200,000, 20, 30, 40. That's about 260,000 summonses.
Now let's talk about the first one, open containers.
Yeah.
Right? So for people who don't live in New York City, what does that mean?
You can't walk around drinking beer, even if it's disguised in a bag. That's why they call it open container. So beer, alcohol of any sort, you can't walk around drinking it. So if you get caught drinking it, this is a open container violation.
Right. Now, those of us who have been young and crazy, I was one of those people at one point, where you're hanging out with your friends, you may have a beer, open container, you see the cop coming and you start sipping it, right? Because you want to drink it all down before the police gets to you.
Before they get to you to tell you to throw it away or whatever.
And I've been lucky. I never got a summons for open container. But I do remember, police laughing at us almost like, really? Like,
that's all you got?
That's it?
Where's the pistols, the drugs? What's going on here?
What was number 2 on your list?
Number 2 was, hold on. Oh, disorderly conduct.
Now that's a wide ranging.
I would see. I would figure that would be more than the open containers.
I was gonna say.
You know, they always pin that charge on even as an extra sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, but that rang at 78,000.
Disorderly conduct. Now I'm wondering, and you know what I'm actually working on is getting a police officer in studio. And doing the same thing I did with the teachers, anonymous. They won't know. I won't know rank, serial number, no precinct,
no badge number,
But just to talk about things like this, quality of life stuff, and more serious stuff. But from police perspective, what would disorderly be? Because I'm thinking that disorderly is like if I grab you and you pull away. What's disorderly?
Is loud talking. Disorderly can be as simple as talking.
It can be verbal.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. All
it's
right.
a bunch of, but anyway.
Hey, well, it's all about respect, right?
So I understand, but it's muckety muck.
Yeah. So public urination.
Yeah, that was number. Oh
my goodness.
4 actually. Number 3 was riding a bicycle on the sidewalk.
That I don't see too often in the hood.
The delivery men do it all day. Where you be at?
I don't really.
They do it all day.
Yes, they do.
They do it all day long, back and forth.
You're right
and I guess that gives them the privilege that they're delivering food. I don't know. You can't pull up in the street like a cab to the address you're going to and then get on the sidewalk. I don't understand, but I don't see them getting grabbed for it.
No.
I've seen them stop elderly people. Write them up, huh?
No, that is crazy. No, you're right about that.
Now you know that. Now you know they on the sidewalk because they scared of that traffic. But it is what it is. We have our laws, our rules, and our regulations, and all must abide by them, or you're not being a
good citizen.
Okay.
And so, number 4 was public urination.
Public urination was number 4.
Now, that's a tough one because I remember a few years ago, Mayor Bloomberg wanted to set up porta potties in certain parts of the city. Now, I know and they wouldn't put porta potties uptown nowhere. Yeah. So we're talking about Times Square, Midtown, or whatever, where tourists hang out. But we do need some kind of place where people can use the restroom because you just can't walk in a restaurant.
Not always just close to home.
You're not close to home. So where would you use the bathroom unless it's going to be outside?
In that alleyway between the 2 garbage cans.
Can I hit you with a fact?
Oh, bless. Please.
Check this out. You ever seen older men in their 50s and 60s or even 70s urinate in the street?
Yes.
You know why that's happening most of the time?
Prostate.
Right. They can't hold it.
Right. So you and Kama have something to look forward to then in your 50s and 60s and 70s. So stay close to home, brothers.
Listen.
And use a lot of vitamin D.
Yeah, that'll help.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to make you laugh. So how do I know this happened? Just last week, I was parking a car, and there was a gentleman. I couldn't put an age to him, but he was an older gentleman who, wanker, just doing what he no shade on nothing he was doing.
Just doing what he do.
So I said, go ahead, do your thing, So I honked him, so I don't run him over, because that's all I need to do is run him over, and then he's out there.
Yeah, laid out for real, huh?
So I do understand, and I said to myself, wow, men with men is a little easier. That was my thought. Yeah. With men is a little easier because you guys can just do what you do.
Yeah.
Women, we got to come all out our stuff.
Yeah. But some of y'all do it. Jump right in between them parked cars.
Gara, brother. Have I seen some things?
And some of them looked at like fine ladies until you wonder why she dipping.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess she had to go.
Nice, respectful looking women.
Yeah.
And then you got the sloppy drunk ones that do it.
Listen.
With no shade.
None. No paper, nothing.
Just pull it right back up.
Oh, please. So, family, we get out of hand sometimes. We got to bring it back in. Welcome to Harlem Roots and Beyond on HarlemTalkRadio.com. And we were talking about quality of life offenses that are getting summonses. I got some stats, on some, some crime stats, and this is some serious stuff here. Let's look at, we have some ages here. This is really putting some things in perspective. So we're talking about murder victims citywide.
Oh, wow.
Okay. 0 to 9 years old.
What's the time zone
11.
around this?
We talking the past year.
Okay.
Looking at fiscal year.
Okay.
So 0 to 9, we had 11 murders.
Between 0 and 9, these are gun murders?
Wait a minute. Let me be clear on this.
Yeah.
The first 6 months of this year. So we talking January to June.
June, yeah. Okay.
So not even a year. So 0 to 9, 11 children.
This is all gunshots.
Murders.
Murders, yeah.
Right. Doesn't say gun, just
murder.
Ages 10 to 17, we had 14 victims.
Okay.
Ages 18 to 24, we had 89. Ages 25 to 40, we had 110.
This is New York City.
Citywide. Ages 41 to 59, we had 42. And 60 and above, we had 16. Now, these numbers, to me, are relatively small.
Okay, but we're talking 6 months. On a combination, those is all citywide murders.
Right.
So on a combination, just round off the numbers. What's the total?
This is about 300.
Okay.
Okay, and I say this is very low because these are what the actual police department has data on.
Okay.
A lot of stuff happens in our hood, family, and you know this wherever you are in the world, that some
reach,
crimes are reported,
some
crimes are not, some crimes go in the newspapers, some crimes don't. So let me give you some more stats that's going to blow your mind. So we're looking at murders by racial demographic.
I don't
in
think
6
that's
month
going to be
period.
too surprising.
Where's the source, Lydgia?
Source here is New York Daily News reported it, but this is coming out of John Jay's College of Criminal Justice. All right, thank you, brother, for reminding me to give our background here. So murders based on race, we have blacks 64% of victims, while suspects were 55%. Latinos 25% were victims, 31% were suspects, and whites 7% were victims, and we had 10% who were suspects. This we clearly know has got to be skewed in some way. Got to be. Let's look at robberies, brother. Blacks, 33% of victims were black, while 70% were suspects in the robberies. Latinos, 36% victims, 24% suspects. Whites, 18% victims, 5% suspects. Now, we're going to stop here. There's other data here, family, that you can check out. But I just want us to talk a little bit about just what we mentioned earlier, how things make the news, how stories don't make the news, what makes a story newsworthy.
What gives a story that right to be media hype? They choose that.
Right.
They choose that because we see the wildest things happen in the hood, and it never reached the news. So it's optional with them. I don't know what their theory is on what should hit the big screen or should make the black and white the black and white prints for the morning. But it's their option to go. You know, they say Channel 7, that news van's everywhere. There goes that news van again, but I've seen a lot of scenes and that news van wasn't there.
Right. Right.
You know?
I don't know. It's one of those things for us, I guess, growing up in the hood and just seeing the hood in a different way, is that our stories have to be told by us or they won't be told.
Told not properly, not at all.
No.
The facts would be all misconstrued, I should say.
All right. Now, I got a story. Just right on time. Right on time. So we lost Michael Clark Duncan, the actor, this week.
Yeah.
He died at 54.
Wow, man.
Right?
The big dude. That's
big
what
man, right?
The big dude.
Michael Clark Duncan. He passed away from a massive heart attack at Cedars-Sinai Medical in L.A. I knew he was dating Omarosa from The Apprentice, but they were engaged. I found that out. Omarosa Manigault, that's her full name. That was his fiance. And this is what we have to go in on. They were showing pictures of Seal, the singer Seal, as dying. They were saying it's Michael Clark Duncan, but they showed a picture of Seal. Then they had another news outlet that said Michael Clark Duncan passes away at 54, but they showed a picture of the actor Terry Crews.
Wow. Who screwed that up like that?
Now, people don't, in your newsrooms, don't know who celebrity. I mean, these are celebrities, so you should know Seal from Michael Clark Duncan, shouldn't you?
You should. But obviously somebody didn't.
Okay. So I guess it goes all back to we all start to look alike, because I'll be damned if Seal looks anything like Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah. Terry Crews, we know he's a big black dude, but he's not Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
Anyway, family, I to me it's just ridiculous, and these newsrooms should be held accountable for doing stuff like that. I don't know how they do it. They let people go though.
Yeah.
But on a lighter note, are you a Steve Harvey fan? I don't think you are. Are you into Steve Harvey? No, not at all.
Not at all.
Now, Steve Harvey
he's trying to make a name for himself.
Is killing it.
Yeah, one movie talking about movie producer, and it was trash. Didn't even make no paper. But anyway.
I don't know. Let me hit you with some stuff, and that might change your mind.
Nah. Steve Harvey.
So he moved to TV.
I don't care.
No. I know. Moved to TV this
give
week.
Give up your facts, sis.
We know he's got very successful morning talk shows nationally, different outlets.
State to state, yeah.
Oh, big deal.
Thing. That's a BLS thing.
BLS thing in here, right? In New York. If you're in New York, you know it's BLS in the morning. He hosts Family Feud.
Richard Dawson was popping.
All right. He's got a very successful clothing line at K&G Fashion. He's an author, movie producer, you mentioned, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Now,
trashing him.
The numbers on that movie,
please,
100 million.
So what? So what?
What is it about Steve Harvey you don't like?
I don't like Steve Harvey, period.
Come out with it.
Come on. Get on my DMX. I don't like his face. I don't like his comedy. I don't like nothing about him. I just don't like Steve Harvey.
Because you know how we say, I don't like him. You know, you just see people say, I just don't like
Steve Harvey. And I got a problem with the way he always trying to, disrespect hip hop.
Okay.
I really take that personal.
Okay.
And I don't like Steve Harvey.
Okay.
I want that to be a clear fact stated. KamiKaze does not like Steve Harvey. Okay. And I don't care. I know he could care less, but I just want it to be known.
Oh, I'm gonna swing this.
Is there any Steve Harvey facts of why we should like him?
No.
Oh, I like him. So let me go in. I'm a fan of Steve Harvey. Let me tell you why. I love self-made people.
Yeah.
I love folks that say, you know something? I started in a comedy room somewhere, and I had 3 people in the audience back 25 years ago, and I believed in myself, and I kept going. Something told me, I'm going to do this. I feel it. And the audiences grew. Let me tell you another reason why I like Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey gives back. Steve Harvey is one of those brothers. He's got a camp for young kids every year.
So do LL. So what?
Oh, plenty of them got camps. But Steve Harvey, self-made, and he's on his grind like no other. I have to give the man credit. When a man can do what he's done, and he retired from comedy, he said, wait a minute, I'm doing so much. I'm putting my stand-up comedy on the side. I'm retiring from that so I can go to the next level.
Can you repeat this, Lydgia? One thing Steve Comedy does that LL probably doesn't do, or he probably as much, he helps small business owners. He has a radio show. He always he buys
does the Hoodie Awards.
You
know what the Hoodie Awards are? No. Do we know what the Hoodie Awards? Here we go. More Steve Harvey. Hoodie Awards every year. He celebrates the hood. Businesses, small businesses in the hood. Invites them to Vegas every year. Gives them awards and celebrates small businesses in the hood. So, I don't know. We all have people you say, I don't really care for them. I don't like them too much. But Steve Harvey is one of those brothers that gives back, and I support anybody who gives back to their hood. So that's
I don't like Steve Harvey.
There you go. Right. So, fam, you got it from Kami. He's not dealing with Steve Harvey, but I'm gonna put it out there.
Is not warranted by the state.
No,
Right,
not at all.
right.
And I made that specifically clear.
Right.
This is KamiKaze's opinion.
Because I'm gonna put it this way: if I can get
Lydgia
Steve
loves
Harvey,
him.
oh yeah, if I can get a hold of Steve Harvey to come up in here.
I'm going to tell him in his face.
Oh, man. No, you won't be here. You won't be here for that.
Oh,
because you don't like the brother.
I'm going to get disrespected for the Harv, man?
Listen, no. You won't be disrespected ever. But if I will let you know, if Steve Harvey knows we here, he would probably support us, knowing we small and trying to do our thing.
Well, I'll wait for him downstairs and tell him I don't like him.
Right on, brother. Because you're going to hold tight to that. You just don't like it. So, fam, again, this is HarlemTalkRadio.com, Lydgia and KamiKaze, and this is our week of So in Review. So much is going on. How are we on time, brother? Okay, we're at the 5 minute. Okay. So tonight is Fashion's Night Out for those of you who are into fashion. I don't think Kami is into fashion too much. No. But I don't want to...
I just like to look decent. I ain't really into who's
You're not a fashionista.
Nah.
You don't care about who's doing what.
As long as it's clean and the colors match and I think I look good, I'm good.
You good. So for those who are fashionistas and fashionistas, I call them, tonight is Fashion's Night Out. It's pretty much the launch of, Fashion Week in New York.
Yeah. Fashion Week is always big here. I used to work in the fashion district.
Man.
Garment district, I should say.
Whoa. Money again. You always say it's about the money?
It's always about the money.
Okay. So tonight...
Catwalking.
Oh. Kitty cat walking. Some of them. But family, if you are interested, most places are hosting Fashion Night Out events. Most of the big stores, everyone from Sephora to Macy's to Bloomingdale's, Saks, all of them. The smaller boutiques are having special events where you can just go in, special sales, have a cocktail, mix mingle, spend money you probably don't have, right?
All day, every day. That's what we do.
And speaking of fashion, I wanted to bring this up. And so, you know about the red bottoms.
Yeah, of course. So,
you know fashion. See?
Nah, I know. Nah, Rick Ross. I heard him not.
Rick Ross.
Yeah, I know about the overpriced shoe collection.
Okay, so Christian Louboutin family, ladies really know about him because they love their red bottoms, and his shoes range from probably $500 to $1,000 a pair. He recently won a lawsuit against Yves Saint Laurent.
Wow.
And I want to talk about this a little bit because
he stole something from him.
Because the trademark red bottom people associate with Louboutin.
And
Yves Saint Laurent
popped on the set with some red bottoms.
Has some red bottoms, but he's been doing certain shoes, not a full collection. Not every shoe is a red bottom. But he has done shoes with a red bottom since the 70s, so he claims.
Oh, but can he obviously has to be able to prove that if it's been all the way back as the 70s.
Now, my question
to you. Everything you've done, I'm sure you got a piece of it somewhere.
Question to you, though, brother. How do you trademark a color?
Listen, it's more so the name, red bottom, and trust me, names get trademarked. You understand? But, We'll see what it turns into because East ain't been around a long time, way before Red Bottom. That's why he said, "Look, I took this back to the 70s, homie."
Yes. But Louboutin, I think he is going to win the case simply because of the brand and how he put the red bottom out. I mean, every other woman wants some red bottoms, probably other than me. I could care less, but. When you say red bottom, we know it's Christian Louboutin. Everyone knows that. But, that's an interesting thing, right? To trademark a color, because basically it's saying it's not about the shoe, it's about the bottom of the shoe, come on.
Yeah. What you walking on.
So why don't we come up with a color, put on some color on the bottom of a shoe and sell it?
Black bottoms.
Black bottoms? And they'll be black anyway once you walk in the street.
That's every shoe anyway.
Right. Isn't that something? So family, I'm Harlem Roots and Beyond, Lydgia and Kami.
Yeah. Love, peace, and happiness to every man, woman, and child.
And I think we are still... How are we on time? We down to the wire?
Yep.
Peace and blessings, family. We'll see you next week.
Harlem Talk Radio brings you news and information at stimulating talk radio on the Harlem community. We cover business, education, entertainment, health, politics, technology, finance, and lots more.
Hi, this is three-time Tony Award winner Hinton Battle from your favorite Broadway shows like Dreamgirls, Sophisticated Ladies, Miss Saigon. But what I'm excited to talk to you about today is a wonderful new musical that I'm producing called Sisters. I absolutely love this show, and you will too. Based on stories from black women, Sisters is an uplifting musical journey that explores a woman's experience with humor, humility, and sass. Songs by artists like Billie Holiday, Lena Horne, Aretha Franklin, and Beyonce. Sisters will rock you to your core. The music, the moment, the message will be etched in your memory forever. So start texting, tell your friends, get on the phone and order your tickets now to see Sisters at the St. Luke's Theater. For tickets, visit telecharge.com or call 212-239-6200. Sisters.